Hello, and welcome to today's episode of The Daily Blend. I am your host, AC, and we are joined in studio today by Danielle Burrow, who is a board member for Daydreams Foundation, and Nicole Adair, who is a former Daydreams parent. How are you both?
Doing great.
Well, how are you?
Good. Thank you both for being here to talk about Daydreams Foundation. Danielle, how long have you been on the board?
I've been on the board. I think I'm starting my 7th year now. I had gone to Mizzou with our founder, Joe Bradley, and he founded the organization 10 years ago. So we're in our 10th year of serving underprivileged kiddos here in Columbia, Missouri.
Yeah, and for anybody who maybe is not familiar, what does Daydreams Foundation do?
Yeah, so we fulfill a need here in the community to raise and award funds for extracurricular scholarships for programs and equipment costs for local kiddos here in Columbia, Missouri. It's a really great organization. We're always looking to raise as much money as we can because the more money we raise, the more scholarships we can award. This year we've awarded 305 scholarships, and we're nearing the $500,000 of total scholarships awarded in program history. So we won't get there this year, but we will definitely surpass that amount early next year. And we'll also be looking to get to 1,000 kids served total.
Yeah, it's really, it's an amazing foundation. In full transparency, I'm the executive director. I feel like I have to say those things because I know so much about it. I just want to be like, yes, and we're doing this, and this. But one thing that I really love about Daydreams is when we get to hear from families, right? We get to hear from families. And 2 of your older kids?
I had 3.
So
I have a total of 4 children. The first 3 children were recipients of scholarships with Daydreams.
Mm-hmm. And what were their extracurriculars?
Basketball. Is there any other? Oh, I'm just joking. They played basketball. And so my kids did basketball, and they did, my oldest also did dance. Well, they all did dance as well until they transitioned to basketball. Daydreams was with us the entire time.
Wow.
And what I can tell you, probably what was most significant is when you are kind of in that gap of like working for, like I have enough that we're okay, but we're not quite okay for the extracurricular. Mm-hmm. And when we look at the evidence and we know the importance of extracurricular and enrichment, and there's like a gap, what Daydreams was able to do is kind of fill in the gap. Mm-hmm. And so my children, frankly, there would have never been like ballet or now my son, which is crazy, now he's in college playing basketball. To see that come to fruition, we sincerely, I'm telling you, would not have been able to participate and some of those things if it wasn't for Daydreams. Truly.
That is the story that like we hear from parents who come into the office like time and time again. I had a parent pop in the office yesterday and her kid's picture was on the wall.
I love that.
And she was so excited. And I said, are they still playing basketball? She goes, oh yeah, like she scored 35 points last week in a game and she's playing and she's getting to travel now. She's like, and we would not have been able to do that part. And really for me, it's an easy sell. It's an easy sell, right? What was your extracurricular activity when you were young?
I had quite a few. My de facto is volleyball, basketball. I did 4-H. As far as fundraising goes, I'm a lifetime fundraiser because, we also, needed support for doing those kinds of things. So I worked a lot when I was younger. And then whenever I needed to go on trips for 4-H, I did a lot of personal fundraising to raise funds for myself to be able to go to trips, out of state, go to Washington, D.C. And that put me in some leadership positions at the state level with the 4-H organization. And so I understand how important it is, as do many of our board members who are looking to support our kiddos all the time. Again, constantly looking to raise funds. We have this Como Gives campaign going on. Going back to the scholarships, as she was saying, we award up to $500 per child per year. Mm-hmm. So, it's not just a one-time award for, a kid once. We have a lot of renewals. We process, multiple kids from one family up to $500 per kid per year. Mm-hmm. And so, as we've built up our clientele, our kids, our participants, our dreamers over the years, there's always more need to get more funds to more kids. And we will happily award, as many scholarships as far as what we can do to raise as a board, as an organization, and also with just the generosity of the community at large. Yeah. We have a lot of generous donors, and we're just trying to get the word out there so we can raise as much this Como Gives season. So in 2025, we can hit the ground running and award even more scholarships than ever.
That's right, because we know that in the spring, like those applications start rolling.
It's gonna be on.
Like, right.
Oh,
They
I'm not
start.
kidding you. You guys, when my kids, especially when they were January 1st.
Yes.
Joe was like, it opens up like it was like January 1st or January 2nd. I had it on my. We were ready to go.
Yes.
Yes, we were ready to go.
And some people don't realize, we've had some families who thought, well, because my kid got the scholarship later in the year before, they think they have to wait a full year. Now, on January 1st,
yes,
you are eligible to renew.
And you have to have everything together in all of your renewals. And it was never. And I so as a person that had to probably get support in several different agencies and areas, I always found Daydream's process in their program to never feel humiliating. And I always felt over time, Joe and I had developed this interpersonal relationship where he really was like following their activities and asking, so how's MJ doing basketball? How's Naya doing dance? And it really kind of was like a little family. There wasn't a sense of embarrassment or shame.
Yes.
I sincerely am saying to you, it really changed the trajectory for us. Azanika, it really did. I mean, when you look at your kids in college on basketball scholarships, yes,
right, and it
started
starts to get there. You have to start here.
Yes.
So Como Gives goes through December 31st. You still have time to give. Please find Daydreams Foundation and help us make some more kids' dreams come true.
Yes, please support our dreamers. Thank you, Columbia, and thank you, Adonica.
That's right. It is. It's truly my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Thank you both for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Welcome to your Be Well moment presented by Burrow Behavioral Health. Here is a reminder for this season and beyond. Perfect does not exist. This season often brings about changes in schedules, financial stress, and all the holiday preparations. But there is no such thing as a perfect gift, a perfect meal, or a perfect experience. The idea of perfection can lead to disappointment, unmet expectations, and takes a toll on our well-being. So take a deep breath in, a long exhale out as many times as you need. It is okay to have a real holiday experience with all the joy, messiness, and magic wrapped into one season.